Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is January 22nd, 2023. We are in the Old Testament. We're reading out the book of Genesis. We're going to read chapter 21, verse 1 to 21 today. Okay. So we're at the big payoff in the story of Abraham. He is about to have a son. He's waited all this time. God's promised him. God's built his faith so that he knew he was going to get this son. He's been waiting for it. They finally get it. The answer to all his prayers. Now, we just saw in this previous chapter that there was still a little bit of sin left in Abraham's life, so he's not exactly perfect. We're going to see a little bit of sin in Sarah's life too, because there was one little thing that she kept doing, which was treating her servant girl badly for having a son by her husband, even though Sarah's the one that told her to go do it. So we see here that even though Isaac or Ishmael was born out of that sin of Sarah, God doesn't forget him. You know, he's not in the plan, he's not in the succession down to Jesus, but he is a descendant of Abraham. So God promises him, you know what, I'm going to bless you. You're not going to have it easy, but you are going to be the Gentiles, essentially. So that's good news for us, that God doesn't forget us. Even though he's working his way through Abraham, even though he's going to work his way into this tribe of the Jews, and that's where Jesus is going to be interjected in there, we're still part of it. We've always been part of it. So let's go ahead and we're going to read Genesis chapter 21, verse 1 to 21. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time in which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore to him, Isaac. Then Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God had commanded him. Now Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, God has made me laugh, and all who hear will laugh with me. She also said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? For I have borne him a son in his old age. So the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, scoffing. Therefore she said to Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, namely with Isaac. And the matter was very displeasing in Abraham's sight because of his son. But God said to Abraham, do not let it be displeasing in your sight because of the lad or because of your bondwoman. Whatever Sarah has said to you, listen to her voice. For in Isaac your seed shall be called, yet I will also make a nation of the son of the bondwoman, because he is your seed. So Abraham rose early in the morning, and took bread and a skin of water, and put it on her shoulder, and gave it and the boy to Hagar, and sent her away. Then she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the skin was used up, and she placed the boy under one of the shrubs. Then she went and sat down across from him at a distance of about a bow shot, for she said to herself, let me not see the death of the boy. So she sat opposite him and lifted her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. Then the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven and said to her, what ails you, Hagar? Fear not. For God has heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him with your hand, for I will make him a great nation. Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the skin with water, and gave the lad a drink. So God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. He dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him from the land of Egypt. May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.